In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to file the articles of organization for an LLC in the state of Florida. So what you're looking at right now is the Secretary of State website for Florida. And what we're going to start with is we're going to hover over Start a Business. This is the main page. If you hover over Start a Business, then go down and select Limited Liability Company. And then the first tab here that we're going to select is File or Correct LLC Articles. So select that. And then what we want to do is this option on the left, select here, and this will take us to Start a New Filing. Now we'll just start at the top and I'll walk you through step by step what each section is, what it means, and why it's important. So starting here at the top, filing information, this is if we want to have an effective date for the business to become active, and that date, that's if you want the date to be different than today's date. So if you want like the business to become active at some point in the future, then you would list that here, but we will just leave that blank. If it's left blank, the business will be considered active on the day of the filing once it is approved by the Secretary of State. Filing fees for the state are $125 in Florida. Here you can select to get a certificate of status or a certified copy to keep for your records. I usually don't choose to pay for those. Those are easily obtainable for free online. And right here, this is a pretty important step to save you some time. So this is the name that you would like for your LLC. But before you list a name here, what you want to do is you want to check and make sure your name is available. And I will show you how to do that now. So again, on the main page of the Secretary of State website, this is another tab I have open. You want to hover over Search Records, select, and then we want to check the availability of a name. So let's check and see if ABC Investments is available. So we know that there is an active ABC Investments LLC that is active. So we would not be able to choose that for ours. We would need to select something different. So let's try ABCDE Investments. Let's try that and see what it comes up with. All right. Now it looks like that is available for us. So we could probably use that. So you would list ABCDE Investments LLC, and that would be part of your filing, and the state would review it. And if they have any issues with it, or if it's too close to ABC Investments, then they'll let you know. They'll say you just need to select a name that's a little bit different than what you have. It's not a big deal at all. They'll just send you a code to amend that filing, and they won't charge you anything. It's just an easy amendment. But you should be good as long as you check and make sure your name is available and it's not too close to another name. You should be able to use that. The principal place of business here is the location that you will primarily operate from. So if you have an office, if you have a warehouse, if you work from home, that would be your principal place of business. That's where essentially your headquarters is located. Your mailing address could be the same as your principal place of business. It could be a different address, wherever you plan on receiving mail. Next is our registered agent. Now, for all LLCs, you are required to have a registered agent. In Florida, you can actually act as your own registered agent. So you can list yourself here. You can also have a business or another company act as your registered agent. Our law firm sometimes acts as a registered agent for our clients, and regardless, you just need to list their name or the business name and the address where they are located. And in fact, for registered agents, they must be located in the state where your LLC is organized. So if you're organizing in Florida, your registered agent also has to have a physical address in the state of Florida. And then that registered agent would just print their name there. Now for your business purpose in this section right here, it's optional. I usually like to list one. It's just an extra step to take to tell the state that or what your business is, and that it what purpose it will serve, why it exists, and how it's a legitimate business. And so it doesn't even have to be like a full description, doesn't even have to be a sentence, it could be a phrase, it could be something like real estate sales and service. It could be something like that. Notice of annual report. So this is just a notification um, that every year you are required to let the state know that your business still exists and is still active, and they give you like a time frame to make sure you get that done, and this lists the fees and what they charge for that. Correspondence name and email address, this next section, this is where you're going to list the name and the best email address that you would like to have correspondence sent to. So if the state needs to reach out to you directly, this would be the place to list the name, whether it's you as an owner, whether it's a manager that you would like to designate as that point of contact, that you would list that information here. Now here, this electronic signature, you would just type a name here of a member, which is an owner, that's synonymous with owner, or an authorized representative, that's somebody that has authority to sign on behalf of the business. They would sign their name here or type their name here. Now this is probably the most important section, and this is where you are listing um, anybody that will have authority to make decisions on behalf of the company, or anyone that has ownership in the company. So here are a couple of the designations that you'll see. These are not all of them, but MGR stands for manager. AMBR stands for authorized member. So that would be an instance where there's multiple members, meaning multiple owners, and perhaps only some of the members have authority to sign on behalf of the business. So that would be AMBR. So that would be a designation for a particular member that has authority to sign. Authorized person, that would be someone that can sign but doesn't have ownership. And then you also have what you don't see here. There will be an MGRM. So that stands for managing member. That would be a case where the members, or maybe a single member LLC, where the owner also is acting as that manager. And again, it can be an individual or it can be a business entity as well. And you would just list who that is, their name, the business name, and the address in which that individual or business is located. And if there's multiple, again, it gives you multiple spaces here to list those. You don't have to fill all of these. If it's just one, you can just fill the top and go down, select continue. I won't select continue here because the next page will just take you to the payment page, or it will take you to a confirmation page where you can check the information that you have listed and carry on with the processing of the articles and payment of the fee, and you are good to go.